Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming to our next segment of the Methadone Dispenser tutorial. What I guess we'll be covering today is priming the Methadone dispenser. And priming is a process. So, for example, when you put in a new medication container, what we want to do is the methadone pipe that feeds right into where the dispensing spout is, there may be air within the tubes. So to remove all that air and replace that with the actual medication, that whole process of filling the tubes up is called the priming process. The priming process could be also considered as a cleaning process as well. What we usually recommend is to clean your tubes for the pump all the way to the spout at least monthly, if not weekly and bi-weekly, depending upon your use, of course. And what cleaning would do is that you would take a lukewarm jar of water, and instead of using the medication, you would actually use lukewarm water to run them through the tubes in order to clean any particles of any medication that would be residually left over. So in order to continue with the priming process, there is a configuration that we have that you can change depending upon how much of a priming length you want to run. And we can go into the configuration settings tab here. And one of the things that you'll notice is what we call flush steps. And what that is that the pump that actually is responsible for dispensing runs a certain number of revolutions. And there's actually a formula behind what goes out and how do you convert them into revolutions, but I won't get into that right now. For the purposes of this tutorial, just think of it as the higher the steps, the more liquid will be run through the tubes and out up here. So right now what we have is that a safe amount is to start with 2000 and then move higher accordingly. So in order to actually prime, we go into the calibration tab, and there is a button that you see called flush dispenser. And when you click on that flush dispenser, a confirmation screen comes up to say, hey, it's just a prompt to say, make sure that you have a container available to capture all the medication or even whatever liquid that's running to your system to collect that. Otherwise, you'll make a mess. So what I'm going to do is, and you'll notice that there's also a picture of the methadone dispenser on the side over here. And as we send the commands to the dispenser, we'll actually see the dispenser actually real time reacting to those commands. So right now I'm going to click on the flush dispenser, and you will see the pump actually being commanded. So let's see what happens. Good class. There we go. So we've run the flush once, and we can already see liquid coming out through the spout. So that's a successful prime operation. Now, nothing stops you from running this over and over again. In fact, I can go back again and actually flush again. And as you can see, the liquid coming out. So now that the flush process is completed, I'm just going to show how to do just a simple dispense. So what we can do is that we can come onto our dispense screen, and the parameters that are required to actually successfully dispense is a prescription number or a transaction number, or you can even use a barcode scanner to barcode whatever pharmacy label that your pharmacy system supports. So you would just scan in the barcode, but in my case, I'm just going to enter a number, and I'll just start with 0. And what I'm going to say is that I want to dispense 10 milligrams of the medication, which equates to 1 mil. And depending upon the concentration of your medication, you can actually go and change that into the configuration and under the concentration uh, value here. So you can click on modify defaults and you can change your concentration accordingly. So what I'm going to do is that I've chosen to dispense 1 mil, and when I click on that, I should see dispensing 1 mil of the liquid. There we go. So in this tutorial, that's all I wanted to capture. We will have follow-up videos as well. So stay tuned and thank you for your time.